All right, what is up, guys? My name is Coriola, and welcome to episode 55 of my Out of the Park Baseball 17 franchise here with the Kansas City Royals, and we are here at the 2032 Wild Card game, the first time we've made the playoffs since, I believe, 28? Nope, 26. It's been that long. 28 was the last time before this year we finished above 500. We did not make the playoffs that year. Look at that increase in attendance, over 400,000 increase. We've been consistently over 3 million, dropped down to 1.5 in that wasn't even our worst year. That was just the year after we won 57 games. Anyway, we've got the Los Angeles Angels here in the wildcard game. We have played them many times in the playoffs. I don't think we've ever beaten them in a playoff series. So now, obviously, just one game to see who gets to advance to play, I believe, the Tigers. Okay, they're going to make me check standings. Yep, the winner takes on our division rival, the Detroit Tigers, in the ALDS. So let's take a look at the Angels team. They finished 89-73 in the AL West, only 2 games out of the division. Leading off, they had Edgar Gallegos, who I considered going after in free agency, but we already had a stacked outfield as it was with the emergence of Denny Velasquez, and of course he puts up a 7-win season. So he's their best player, hands down. They've got Brian Collar. He hit 245, 21 home runs. This guy, Jose Cadillo, insane power, nothing else except for speed and defense, which is good, I guess. 4.5 wins. He hit 45 home runs, only hit 230, though. And he is only 22 years old. Their designated hitter, John DeSautels. It's weird. Hit 266, 320, 26 home runs. Only 1.7 WAR, but that's because he was DH and not in the field. Has good power, not great eye, but solid everything else, hitting-wise at least. First base, Brian Rothrock hit 256, 22 home runs, so they got a good power-hitting team. They were second in the American League in home runs. Were we? We weren't first, were we? We were 14th. I thought we had a good home run season. Oh. Never mind. Huh. I guess not. They hit 238. We only hit 155. I guess we didn't have anyone over 30, which is probably why. We had a lot of guys in the 20s. Anyway. Second baseman, Brad Reynolds, who I considered trading for, that left-handed second baseman. The trade with us didn't really work out. Let's actually check Detroit, see how the guys we traded to the Tigers are doing. I know I'm off track, but this is going to be a short episode anyway. Juan Costello hit 261. Who was the other guy we traded? He's not in the big leagues, it doesn't look like. I don't know. It wasn't any of these guys. Oh well. Rankin was solid. His overall just went down. Let's get back to the Angels. How about? Eventually. There we go. Catcher Matt Hand, 35 years old, still getting it done. 264, 20 home runs. No one really has a good on base in this team. All of mediocre, average, and good home runs. 254 for their third baseman, Willie Gonzalez. He hit 22 runs. And their right fielder, Ramon Mejia, 258, 315. Is either Gallegos DeSaltis, Reynolds, and Mejia were the only ones who had a on base over 300. Can you stop squeaking? Damn chair. Pitching staff. The pitcher we will be facing is Antonio Mejia. He had a 4.18 ERA, 198 innings pitched. He struck 195 batters. He's got good stuff, decent movement and control, 4 good pitches. Their bullpen, their closer, Brian Brown, he's a good young closer. Control is an issue, but he did have a really good season. Only gave up 1.9 walks per 9, even with 45 control. Rest of their bullpen, they have Dan Morgan, 270. Few other guys in the 2s and 3s. Bobby Soto, Shepard, Arias Murphy, and then a few guys in the 4s, including both of their setups, Tejay Antoine and Josh G. So the rest of some of these guys are starters. Let's figure out who. They already converted them. I don't know. I assume Arias is. We had him for a year. He did terrible. Wait, no, he was a reliever for us. I don't know. Okay, it looks like Antone was a starter. Ali was a starter. G was a starter. Cody Gunter is a familiar name. He hasn't pitched for us in 3 years, which is surprising. It seems like it was more recently. Who was our last starter? Maybe it was Nierenberg, who was on the DL. Nope, Jordan Sheffield. All right. 1-game playoff. It is in Kansas City. And the last time we played the wildcard game was, I believe, 2016. First year of this franchise, we lost to Tampa Bay. So let's see if we can do a bit better this time. Maybe more like 2014. Although, don't get down early. That would not be nice. Anyway, from Kauffman Stadium, let's get the playoffs started. I'm going to go much slower this game than I did in the pennant chase episode, no score through 1, because this episode is just going to be 1 game. Through 3 innings, there we go. First runner in scoring position, bottom of the 3rd for the Royals. Canterbury on second base. Mejia hits a ground ball left side. Cadillo to first. Out Canterbury to 3rd. So runner 90 feet away with 2 outs for Brian Swarm. 1 for 1 on the day of the pitch. Ground ball, third base, into left field, and the Royals take a 1-0 lead. And Swarm is into second with a double. So Royals have a chance for another run. It'll be Jonathan Ramirez. He strikes out against Mejia. So after 3, Royals 1, Angels 0. Now Takeda in a bit of trouble. Runner on second, 1 out. 3-1 pitches hit into foul territory. Canterbury makes a great play in foul territory, so it wouldn't have mattered if he didn't. Runner on second, 2 outs now for DeSautels. John DeSautels, the designated hitter. Ground ball at the middle. Castaneda on to first, and that's the inning. Still 1-0 Kansas City. Still 1-0 through 5. Now bottom 6th, solo home run by Brian Swarm. He is easily the player of the game so far. Wait, yeah, I can see stats there for that game. 3 for 3 so far with 2 RBIs. Takeda's at 63 pitches, so he can keep going. Let me get some water quick. All right. Nothing for the rest of that half inning. Now top 7. Takeda running into a bit of trouble. 2 on with 1 out. 1-1 pitch to Brad Reynolds. Fly ball deep right field. Okazaki can't make the play. It's off the wall. DeSaltis scores. Rothrock to third. He will hold there. It is now 2-1. All right, we're going to got a bunch of righties coming up. So we'll get Lovas up. See if Takeda can work around it. 2-1 pitch to Ran. Ground ball, Swarm to first, out, and the runner has to hold. So 2 on, now with 2 outs for Willie Gonzalez, 1-0 on the third baseman. Fly ball right center field. Okazaki has it, and that's the inning. So Royals still lead 2-1. We will we're going to sit down Lovas and warm him back up at the start of the next inning. Now Castaneda on second with 1 out for Johnny Rankin. The lefty starting against the right-handed Mejia, but he strikes out. Now be Velasquez. He's looking for his first hit of the day. The pitch, ground ball, second base, Reynolds. No chance at the runner. So Velasquez gets an infield single. Castaneda to third. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Brian Swarm. Ground ball up the middle. Cadillo to the first base, and he's out. That's the inning. Still 2-1. All right, so now we're going to warm up Lovas. And we're going to warm up Severson. All right. Takeda gets through the inning, no problem, so we'll sit both of them down. Get up Nick Jensen for the 9th. An insurance run in the bottom of the 8th would be much, much appreciated, but can't get anything. So, Jensen, Takeda, great game. 8 innings, only 1 run allowed. Jensen facing the heart of this LA order. He's got Jose Cedillo up first, 3-2 on the shortstop. Jensen's pitch, he struck him out. 1 away. It'll be John DeSautel's 1-2 on the first baseman. He struck him out as well. 2 down, and the Angels are down to their last batter. Brian Rothrock now down to their last strike. The 3-2 pitch. Jensen to the plate. Ground ball towards short. Castaneda on to first, and the all right, there we go. The Kansas City Royals take the wild card game 2-1 and advance to the ALDS. So we are officially back in the playoffs. I don't know, some people don't consider wild card game actually part of the playoffs. In MLB The Show, they don't do a celebration when you win, so I guess they don't. But yeah, we take down LA. We will face Detroit next episode. So, how about that? How long has this episode been going on so far? 12 minutes, that's about good. I'll save looking at Detroit's roster for the next episode. So let's just simulate forward. Mets over the Nationals in the National League wild card game. So the playoffs are set: Kansas City versus Detroit and New York versus Texas. I believe we've played Detroit once in the playoffs before in the ALCS. We were the 1 seed. We were the division winner, but they were a wild card team. How did that work? I'm pretty sure we lost to them in the ALCS before. Might have been the DS, I'm not sure. But anyway, so the Mets and Reds take a 1-0 lead, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead over Miami, and we've got New York and Texas in the AL. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time back in the playoffs. Goodbye.